Hello friends and welcome back to Living with Cambria. I'm so glad you guys decided to join me in today's video. This is such a good video and it's going to give you guys so much motivation. So welcome if you are new. I am going to be starting out day one in my downstairs. I really needed to get my pantry reorganized, my refrigerator cleaned and reorganized. So that is how I'm starting this video. But I mentioned a couple of videos back how I really needed to recaulk my shower. So we are also completely taking that apart, deep cleaning it, recaulking it, and doing so much more cleaning on top of all of that. So if you guys have been looking for the ultimate cleaning motivation to get you up and going, this is definitely the video for you. So let's get into it.
I'm just trying to get by. I don't know how you do it.
So I knew the big projects I wanted to get done this day were my pantry and refrigerator. However, I don't like doing anything like that with the rest of the house or the area that I'm working being messy and dirty. So I'm just starting off by tidying everything up, cleaning stuff off. That way I can thoroughly just remove everything and get those areas really good. When you do a big project like this, it's going to make a mess. So starting in a clean space first mentally just makes me feel so much better. So going around making sure all the dishes are dealt with, all the just random things are dealt with, and then getting into it makes my life so much easier and so much less stressful, especially since I know all of these projects are always stop and go type projects because of the kids needing something, Freya needing something, the dogs needing to go outside. So it's always a lot easier to make sure my area is tidied up and cleaned first. That way if I have to stop and feed the baby or fill a cup with milk or anything like that, I can do that and not be completely overwhelmed by the craziness around me. So here's the before of my pantry, and as you can see, I do have some organization to it, but it's just gotten overwhelmed between the kids putting stuff away and it going in the wrong area, or just overflow of things. It just needs everything to be gone through. I always notice that the biggest thing is the boxes, which is why I like taking it all out, organizing it into separate bins, because getting rid of those big bulky boxes I feel like always make such a huge difference. Plus Bobby and I are fully back on keto. He has weigh-in with the military in a couple weeks, so he wanted to get back on. Plus him and I just feel so much healthier. So making it that we have a shelf that has our go-to snacks and then the kids have a shelf that goes for their go-to snacks just always makes life so much easier. So I'm just starting by pulling absolutely everything out so I can clean out the pantry and then go through everything one by one.
Cause you're right, I've been starving and now I don't know what to
So I have to say, one of the best things I ever did was put in these sliding drawers in my pantry and my cabinets. It has made life so much easier. I actually don't feel bad putting stuff to the back because I can see it by pulling the drawer out. The kids can see what they have by pulling the drawer out. So definitely if you have a small, I don't even like to call this a pantry. It's a cabinet that fits food. But if you have a small area like this, highly, highly recommend these pull-out drawers. It makes such a huge difference. Makes everything when it comes to cleaning and organizing and actually knowing what you have so much easier. But I was very happy with the way the pantry turned out. You can see just getting rid of a lot of those boxes made so much more room in here and just so much neater, cleaner. There were some areas that I had to play with a little bit because the height of the shelves, I had to put certain things on those shelves, but I just worked around it.
You give me this energy. It is like you set me free. Chasing highs to stay alive. But if I'm with you, I'll survive. So hold me close into the night, 'cause I need you to stay. You take me to paradise, that's why it's hard to wait.
And then onto my fridge. Once again, not horrible, but you know how it is. You end up getting condiments that you have to get rid of because they're expired, leftovers, produce that might have gone bad, anything like that. Plus, once again, with us being back on keto, I wanted to organize it out because always when it comes to like changing up your eating habits, I feel like making sure the things you're supposed to grab are well within view is a huge thing, especially since the kids don't do keto. So we're still gonna have food in the house that they eat, and it can be very tempting to want to grab something else that we shouldn't be eating. Even though I know my body feels so much more energized and healthier when I'm doing this, it's still very tempting to grab some sort of carb or sugary snack that we have specifically in the house for the kids. So getting that all organized was top priority for me. Now, one thing that can make your life a lot easier is you can get shelf liners that are clear for your refrigerator. I've had a ton of people recommend that, and it is a great thing to help with cleaning up spills. Honestly, I just personally don't like the look of that, so I don't do it, and I don't mind cleaning out my fridge about once a week when I go grocery shopping, so my fridge never gets that bad, so I personally don't have it. However, ton of people have recommended it. It does make a ton of sense. So much easier to replace a liner or wipe off a liner than cleaning out the whole fridge just in case something leaks. But you definitely have to go with what works for you, what works for your family. I am a strong believer that if something looks pretty and your eyes are attracted to it, you're more likely to keep it looking nice. So I don't put it in there because I don't like the look of it personally. And I know I will keep it looking better if I have just the glass shelves and everything organized out. So that is the way I do it. But if you have issues with keeping your fridge clean, I would highly look into that. Like I said, a ton of you have mentioned it and it's a brilliant idea. So definitely something you could easily just go to dollar store and get some shelf liners and make cleaning out your fridge a lot easier.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I said I'm
Alright, so it's the next day, but I want to re-silicone this. I talked about this a couple weeks back. But I also want to just clean this tracking really well. So I'm going to take these doors off. A lot of people wonder like how to get them off. This black thing down here is the most important part. Let's see if I can show you this. So ours just slides. Not easily, but it slides. But some have a screw in here that you unscrew and they just like slide outwards. Ours slides. So I'm going to take these doors off, clean all this real well, get the current silicone off, and then reseal it. But you can see like this is areas you can't normally get that well, especially with the door on. So, but I wanted to show you guys this so you actually knew how I was taking it off. Also, actually, let me show you the top. I'll move this towel. So the doors actually are just on a rail. So if you lift up and then just like pull inwards towards yourself, you'll be able to slide those off. But the doors are very heavy. So definitely keep that in mind, that if you don't feel comfortable doing it, ask someone for help. I'm not too worried about it. I move stuff all the time, so the weight of them doesn't make me nervous. But if you are, ask for help. But yeah, that's how I'm going to remove it. I know people have seen doors come off, but don't actually know how. So I wanted to quickly tell you what I was doing before I did it. I'm going to go over the tools I'm using. So I'm using my Rubbermaid brush for cleaning. I have a caulk gun. I have my razor blade. This is a plastic one, so for easier ones, a little razor blade kit for getting the caulk off. I have our Ryobi, that way I can use my cleaning drill bits. And then silicone. It's not actually caulk, it's silicone. So that's important. Kitchen and bath silicone. And then my handy dandy Bissell Steam Shot. You guys know I love this thing.
I feel like breaking rules on the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave.
So one thing I was extremely disgusted by was all the gunk that was behind this silicone, which makes me think it wasn't done properly the first time and it didn't have a good enough seal, because there was definitely a lot of buildup. So really glad I got to doing this to clean it completely out. You want to make sure when you're pulling this out, which is why I had so many different tools, that you get all of it off. That way your next silicone can do a really good seal and you make sure it's on there really well. So you can see I'm using the blades, I'm using my little scraper razor blade, a couple things. I even grabbed a wooden chopstick to help pull it out of there because I was having issues getting in there. So whatever you need, sometimes it comes out super easy and you can just pull it out, but sometimes it really takes some moving and work. but you want to make sure you get all of that out. And I'm also only doing the areas that are bad. I'm not re-siliconing this entire shower, mainly this bottom area and then slightly up the sides where you see the discoloration and obvious buildup of nasty gunk that I don't even want to know exactly what it is because gross. And this is just my glass doors. You can see all the calcium and water marks on here. So I'm going to be going in with my favorite combo. I tried a bunch of different combos while living in this house to get these doors cleaned, but definitely the Dawn dish soap and vinegar works the best. So as you can see, I have the spray Dawn, love this stuff. And then in my glass water bottle is purely just vinegar. And this has worked the best when it comes to it. And I am using my drill. I love these drill attachments. It takes a lot of the like elbow grease that scrubbing would need to have been done on this out of it. So these I highly, highly recommend. I don't always use them, but when I'm doing bigger jobs, this makes such a huge difference of getting it done quickly, efficiently, and all the things. So if you have any big projects like this, definitely check out Amazon. They're not that expensive and they are going to save you so much time and effort. And I don't know about you, but when I do big projects like this, especially that I don't do on a regular basis, you end up sore. So if you can take some of the elbow work out of it and save your body a little bit, I'm all for that.
Yeah. I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna live fast, I don't wanna look back and say I could've done more than I did now. Sometimes it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard when you grow up. People fill you with doubt, you start thinking about what you're gonna do now. But we only got one chance and got one life to live. And it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time on fake friends. I just wanna get high, I just wanna get high, I just wanna get higher. Sometimes people will try to hold you back from being who you want to. Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight. Cause we only got one chance and got one life to live. And it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down.
So after I was done with the doors, because I wanted the cleaning product to sit on the shower a little bit longer, I just moved into the bedroom. I knew my ceiling fan desperately needed to get done. And if you follow me on Instagram, you actually would have seen this little trick on there. I actually film my videos, well, I try and film them a couple days in advance. That way I am not stressing out before my posting day. And this is my favorite trick to cleaning my ceiling fan in my bedroom because I can reach it right on my bed. I just take the pillowcase as well as some cleaning product and wipe it right off. That way I don't have any of this nasty dust and stuff falling onto the bed. My mom taught me this years and years ago. She always cleaned our ceiling fans this way, and it's often the way I do it, especially when they're really bad. If they're not horrible, I may not do it, but these get really bad. And I don't know about you, but in my bedroom, we leave our ceiling fan on, So if I leave it on and don't do it for like 2 weeks, especially with the dogs, you can see all the dog hair that builds up on it. You don't even notice it when it's going. So that is what happened here. I hadn't cleaned it in about 2 weeks and didn't even notice till the ceiling fan got turned off. And I was like, all right, that's gross. So had to get that cleaned up. But I'm also just tidying up the rest of the bedroom. I wanted to vacuum and lay down some of that Aunt Fanny's carpet refresher. I love that stuff. It smells amazing. It's a quick little refresh. And like I said, I was just trying to take the time while the bathroom sat and really the product got to working into that shower. So might as well go in here and make sure everything in here is spotless as well.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know.
All right, so I have to share this story over here. I shared it on Instagram, but you guys might get a giggle out of this. So you see this big, nice window? Just the other day, I had to climb through it and break into my house. So I was taking Xander to school, and when I got home, my garage door wouldn't open. There was no power to the garage, which we do have a breaker switch in there, and it's popped before. I have no idea why. But the issue with that is you cannot get through my sliding glass door, and my front door, I do have a key for it, but we also, just for safety reasons with the kids, have one of those horseshoe swing locks like you see at hotel rooms on our door, and we always keep that locked. So I was completely locked out of my house. I ended up having to go over to my next door neighbors, borrow their ladder because my bedroom's on the second floor, climb the ladder, which, by the way, took me like 5 times to talk myself to actually get all the way up the ladder to break into the house, and cut the screen and break into it. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is I've noticed the screen was pretty bad. I don't think I've ever cleaned the screens in my windows. So curious if you guys want to see how I clean those in an upcoming video, because all except one, the one my husband had to replace, that one's now clean. But I think all the rest of them need to be cleaned as well. So there's your laugh of the day. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you now know I had to climb through my bedroom window. Thankfully, there were no like cops or something that freaked out seeing me climbing through a bedroom window, because I have a feeling that would look really, really bad. But then I just moved right back into the bathroom. You can see I love this steam shot. It pushes so much of that nasty gunk out of those cracks and crevices. That's why I love this thing. Like, it steams and sterilizes, but it has so much power behind it that a lot of those areas that you can't clean well, it like just knocks everything out. And then going in with the pink stuff, I do enjoy this stuff. I tried this a couple weeks back, and I told you guys it does work well. Do I think it's the miracle cleaner of all miracle cleaners? No, I think it's like a cream cleanser, but you also know I love cream cleansers. So I'm still using this stuff. It does work really well. And I just leave this upstairs in the bathroom. That way I have a cream cleanser upstairs as well as downstairs under the kitchen sink.
You're sleeping with someone new, and I'm in New York for the first time. I hate this weather, but I like the view. It makes me think of new beginnings. Here's to new beginnings. I can't sleep alone, 'cause if I do, I know I'm screwed. Ooh, I can hear my own heart breaking. Hear my heart break. Do you hear the sound of my heart breaking over you? Oh, I can hear my own heart breaking. Do you hear the sound of my heart breaking over you? The sound of my heart breaking. If only I could make you change your mind. I'm losing myself in the city songs. It's over. Is it over now?
This drill was working so good until the battery died. Luckily, my husband has multiple battery replacements, but I obviously was using it a lot because it had completely stopped working, so I had to go downstairs and get a new battery for it. But like I said, my husband has a bunch of these batteries, and we try and buy only the Ryobi brand. I'm probably butchering the name of that. But that way all the batteries are interchangeable and it just makes life so much easier. So luckily I didn't need to completely stop what I was doing because of the drill dying, and I just had to replace it and then get right back to work. Also, if you guys missed last week's video, I did a complete bathroom makeover if you didn't notice already. So definitely go check out last week's video if you didn't. I am obsessed with the way our master bathroom looks now, and super happy that I took the time to get it done. I was on a budget. I didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money in this bathroom, especially since we don't plan on being here for more than another 2 years. Bobby has hit his 20 years in the military, and has about a year left on his contract. But after that, we really want to move to Florida. My parents are in Florida, and we hate the winters here. So I wanted to do something, but I didn't want to go crazy with it. So definitely check that out. Now, when it comes to the silicone, I decided to go with the white. I just liked the clean look of the white. They do have clear silicone as well. That's what they had in here before. I just personally enjoyed the look of the white so much more than the clear. So that is just personal preference. Buy what you think looks best. But at this point, anything would have looked better than what it looked like before.
They keep on telling lies. That is how we stay alive. So you know that I don't mind about what is wrong and what is right. We keep moving in different rhythms. Still I know what you feel. We keep moving in different rhythms. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you want to see me clean next. I know there's times that I even forget about things. What's your favorite thing to watch being cleaned? I make all of these videos to help motivate you. So I want to know what you guys want to see in my videos. So definitely leave me a comment down below. Also, if you're new here, I would love if you guys would subscribe. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, and everyone that likes and comments and subscribes just makes it possible for me to do this. If no one's ever told you, I know I say this all the time, but you guys liking and commenting means the world to me, because that is just one way that you guys can support me in such a huge way here on YouTube. But until next time, bye!